Hey guys, happy Tuesday. We're going to just make one card today, so my live is not going to be an hour and a half like it was last week. Um, I found this idea and I started just coming up with the measurements and everything, and it's pretty easy. It's a little different than making like a regular card. You can see on the sides there's an accordion there, so it makes it look almost like a diorama thing. That's what my husband said when he saw it. So I've got a couple other cards I can show you. We're just going to make that one, and there's lots of die cutting. No stamps on this, lots of die cutting, and I'll share all that with you. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to move my mouse because I forgot to do that last week, and I almost was afraid something went wrong, but fortunately it didn't. So as you can see how wide it is, but so it's, or how deep it is, I guess you could say. When you look at it, you can push it down, and you could slide this into an envelope. Not easily, so maybe a bigger envelope would be better, but this is a standard size card. Okay, so we are going to first, we're going to use the textured dies. We used those on my live last week for these cards. That one, then we made this one, and then the last one was this one. So I used that one for this, and that's the one I'm going to use today on this. So I've got lots of this beautiful paper that comes with the piece suite. I got all my stuff already cut over here, almost everything cut, so I can give you the measurements of everything of it. So what we got is, first I'm going to use some of that glimmer paper. That's going to be my frame. And what I do with both, for this kind of card, if you're using glimmer paper or the designer series paper, I'm going to glue it to cardstock because it's pretty thin and you want this to be a little sturdy. Oh, I didn't get out any of my stuff. I thought I had everything ready to go. Okay, I know I'm going to need something else, but that's okay. All right, so these are all 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, everything, and then it actually goes on a regular base so it can stand up. It can kind of stand up on its own anyway, but this way you can write in the middle and all that, okay? So first we're just going to glue down the glitter paper. Hopefully this works. Oh, there we go. This is just your regular basic white. And I'm just, oh gosh. They're the same size, are they? Because I'm getting, maybe one's a little bigger than the other. That's all right. Oh gosh. All right. So got that, let that dry. And then this is our background. And I'm going to do the same thing. Just want everything to be a little sturdier because you got a lot going on here. Okay. All right. This is the one we're going to make a frame, kind of like how we made with my pop-up and slider cards. And I was going to use the second largest one, but then that just didn't give a whole lot on the side. And I wanted, for my accordion, the way I measured them, I needed it to be smaller. I need it to be at least a 1/2 inch on each side. So this is the one that I'm using. Okay, so dies do not want to stay on glitter paper. So I've got big tape here. Let's see. So I can really glue it, really put it on there. All right. So I gotta stand this up to make sure I've got it right. Just want to get it as centered as possible. You wouldn't even have to use dies on this because you could just cut it yourself, but this is a little bit easier than that, obviously. Oh, my die's already moving. Yeah, see, glitter paper doesn't like adhesive on the front. Fortunately, we're not gluing anything to the front of this. We're gluing everything. This just goes on the very front. Ooh, okay. Sorry, I'm going to have to take it off camera because I've just got to look at it under my light directly so I make sure I got this right. I even thought maybe I should just glue this or die cut it before I even start, but I wanted to... Oh my gosh. All right, we're going to do it on here. This is not even working. It worked for me yesterday, but today it's not. I just want to make... Really the biggest thing to me is the left and right, because that's the part that goes over the accordion. So... Okay, please stay still. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to run it through twice because that is 2 sheets of paper of cardstock, or glimmer and cardstock, and you are cutting through both of those. So we'll see what it looks like when I take it out of there. I got it. Okay. And we got to peel this off. It's going to take some of the glimmer with it. But it doesn't tear it, so that's nice. It tears. Alright. Oh, I did. It does look a little odd on here. It must have shifted again. But it's still going to look good. It's the sides that I'm worried about. Okay. Yeah, see, the top is much bigger than the bottom. But, I really don't want to have to make another one of these. But we're going to set that aside. Maybe I will make one when I start putting the rest of it together. All right. So, got this tape here. I'm just going to stick it on my... So then you have this left over. This is the one I have left over. So you could use that for something. All right. So all the dies that we have. Okay, this is, besides the texture dies, we're using the branching. We're using this one right here. The scenic ones, we're going to use the trees. The ornamental, we're going to use the star piece, which is all the paper and everything. We're going to use the dove. And then this is Christmas words collage. We're going to use one of those too. Okay, so using lots of different paper here. For the dove, I'm using the velvet, which is so pretty. And one of the other cards I made, I used the velvet for also. So you'll see that in a minute. All right, here's our little dove. Try to use up as much space as possible on any paper. Oh, here we go. All right. So there's our dove. So he's nice and fuzzy. So there's our dove. For the star, we're going to use silver foil, and I already have adhesive sheets on this silver foil up to there. This makes it gluing the star down a lot easier. And it's on adhesive sheets, so I'm going to run that through a couple times. All right. It did get it. And this makes such a mess. All right. I have a better tool for this, but I didn't get that out either, so. It's kind of a waste to using foil paper and losing this much of it, but It's so small you can't really use it for anything else. Okay, let's see. There's our pretty star in silver. You could do this all in gold. It looked blue to me, which is this suite it's all blue, and blue to me is silver versus gold. Red is gold, blue is silver, if that makes sense. All right, and then this is just basic white, and it's on adhesive sheets too, because this branching out, I think it's small, and I thought I don't feel like putting glue on each little one, you know, so I always keep a piece of basic white in my drawer that's on an adhesive sheet. It's nice. Okay. Oh, goodness. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to get this. All right, so there's that. All right, we're going to move this aside. We're going to use it again because we have a little more die cutting to do, but I want to start showing how it all goes together. I am going to remake my frame. I just can't. Where's my glimmer paper? Oh, it's right here. The paper is so pretty. You can see I did it 3 times because I messed up on that one too. I did it with this bright blue, but I think it's supposed to be gray. I think that's what they say it is gray. So, all right, here we go. I got a piece of white paper. Grab one. I'm going to try and die cut that again. I should have just done it myself. So 5 1/4 by 4. Okay, and then the glimmer, I do have a glimmer blade, but this one's almost gone anyway, so I'm not going to bother changing it out. I keep a blade just for glimmer paper. This is already 4, so this is 5 1/4. Okay. We're going to try and make that frame again. Okay. All right, don't fall. All right. Let's try again. Anytime I have stuff like this and I have some of that blue too that I messed up, I already have an idea for it. I don't want to waste it. All right. Okay. Oh gosh. Do I really want to do this again? Like the magnetic plates and stuff, they don't even work for this because it's so thick. It can't even feel the dye through the paper. All right, does that look right? It's crooked. I'm looking at I can see what my video looks like, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, maybe I'll use that. No, this way. Oh. All right, the sides look good. The top and the bottom looks the same. Oh gosh, I really hope this works. Okay, don't move. Oh, it still wants to move. All right, let's hope this goes well. If not, we're just going to make a card that the frame is not the same size as on. I mean, they're obviously the top and the bottom are going to be bigger than the sides, but I want the top and the bottom to be the same. All right, let me look. Okay, good. Yeah, maybe this video will be as long as my last one because I'm trying to become to perfection here. Okay, I think that's right. Man, I wish there was a way I could do this. Please don't move. Have you moved? Have you moved? I think it moved. Okay, this is insane. Maybe cutting it would just be easier. Just putting it in your trimmer and doing it 1/2 inch from each side. That might actually be easier. Oh, I think that looks right. Let's see. Maybe I'll try these little ones. I've used this die for so many things. It will be amazing to me if it still can die cut. All right, does that look right? It doesn't. There's just not another way I can see. When I put these on there, then I can't see what I'm doing. Okay. All right. I should have done this ahead of time before I did. I thought of that and I thought, no, I'll get it. Oh. Okay, that looks right. Okay. Yeah, magnets would work well, but like I said, it just doesn't on this because it can't feel the dye because the paper's so thick. All right, I'm hoping. Even if it looks like this, everybody's gonna like it. All right, did it cut it? No. Right, I gotta run it through a couple times. Oh, I see. All right, let's see. Then I can show you the important part. Okay, that did. All right, I'm a little nervous. All right. Oh. Okay. All right, that looks better. There we go. Okay. There we go. That's equal. Okay. Yay. All right. Lots of glimmer paper. I should probably order more of that because, gosh. Okay, so for the accordion sides, what I have is I have it 4 inches because the top to the bottom is 4 inches, so that will never change. And then I have it 3 inches wide. You could do it more because I will show you some of my other cards if you want more accordion folds than the 3 that it has here. So, but this is 4 by 3. So, got my score over here. You don't want it at 4. You want it, ooh, let me move it down so you can see. I'm lining up long ways so it hits 3. And I'm going to score every 1/2 inch. So 2.5, 2, 1.5, 1, and 1/2 inch. Ooh, I hate doing the one all the way in the corner. It's like I would rather like set it somewhere else, but it's just so, and 1/2 inch. Okay, so like that, and we're going to do that twice because it needs one on each side. Again, it's 4 inches here. Okay, we're not. If you could do it. I did one that it was 5 inches wide, 4 inches this way, so you line it up to 5. You always keep the 4 part down because this is the one that's straight up and down. So it always has to be 4 because that's the size of my frame is 4 by 5 1/4. It's 4 top to bottom. I will have a PDF for this. I haven't even started it, so I will try my best to get it done today. Still going to need that. So what we're going to do is we're going to just accordion fold it. Back and forth, back and forth. And I'm going to take my bone folder. It's in here somewhere. so there's one, and now the other one. Okay, so there's our two sides. Here's the base of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue along here, and I'm going to glue it to the back. See, it's going to look like that. So okay. And just hold it and make sure it's on there good. Okay, and same for this side. I'm going to glue to the back like that. So all right. So there you go. There's that part. Now what we're going to do, you could do different layers on this. Obviously, you could glue a layer here and a layer here. So it's because it's 3 inches, you only have, because you want to put it in between two. So you could do more, but I only wanted to do one. So what I've got here is I've got a piece of vellum. This is a little longer because this is 5 1/4. This one is 5 1/2 because it has to glue into one of the folds. So this is 2 inches, this is 5 1/4. You can make this bigger, you can make this smaller. So we're going to score it. See, it's 5 1/2. I'm going to score 1/4 inch from each side. So 5 1/4 and 1/4. Stay still. Okay, so there's that. I think we're done with scoring, so I can move this. What time is it? Oh yeah, we're doing okay. And this is where I'm going to do the scenic trees right here. That's going to give us that right there. So it's not going to run all the way to the end, but it's going to run past the score lines, which you're not going to see the score lines when we put it in there, but it'll all work out. Okay, so I'm just putting it to the top, not crossing the top because you want them to all be on there. Last thing we're advocating to. All right. And Stampin' Up! Doesn't have vellum anymore. I do have a link in my must-haves for crafting. This is some I found on Amazon, and it works. It's great. All right, so there's that. You can see that score line is very small on this side compared to that. And that's okay, because what we're going to do is we're going to put tear and tape on it to make it really stick. Okay, so which one did I do it on? I did it on the first one. So I glued it here and here. Okay, and I'm going to do the star first. I want the bottom of it to be covered up by the bottom of this. This one is not. I mean, you can't really tell, so I need to put it down a little further, but we're going to put our star on first because I'm just putting that right on the back. And it's got the adhesive sheet on there, and I want to be able to see it. So I'm going to bring it down. So you're going to see most of it. Okay, so, and you'll see it through the vellum too. Okay, so there's our star. And let's go ahead and put this on here before we glue it too. Oh, this is so teeny tiny. Let's see. Oh, I had it. Okay, there we go. Okay, and I'm just going to put that along the bottom. Just gives it, let's move it down some. So all the trees that you see, there we go. Just gives it a little more dimension on it. Okay, and we'll put our dove on after we get it in there. All right, so I've got my tear and tape here. Oh, let's see. All right, we want it, no. You want to put it on here. Oh, I kind of lost my score line on here, but that's okay. And then just a little teeny tiny piece on this one, because it's, when we die cut the trees, it took off a lot of it, but that's okay. Oh, no. Yeah, vellum, you want some strong adhesive on it, because that's vellum. All right, so I could put it back here, but I'm going to put it towards the front. I'm not going to stick it down too much yet because I want to put the other side in there too. Ooh, come on. Jeez. It's already sticking in there, that's okay. Oh my gosh. It does not want to move. All right. There we go. Okay. All right. So we got it flat down. Okay. All right. So there's our inside. I should move this down a little. I want to make it straight. Okay. There we go. All right. Oh, tree. Fold it over. All right. All right. So there's that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and glue this on. And you're just going to glue it on the sides. Oh, I made my star kind of not centered. I thought I had. Oh, let's see. Sometimes that adhesive sheet is kind of forgiving. Hope I don't tear anything. I just want to scooch this over a little. Okay. Okay, so far so good. Oh, okay. All right, let's... All right, so... Oh gosh, and now it's sticking to me. Is that centered? Now it is. Okay. Okay, there's. All right, much better. All right, so just glue on these front ones. You just kind of, you're still going to see white because you're going to see this kind of behind it a little bit. Okay. And then this side. I'm just going to press down on that and let it sit for a minute. Ta-da! Okay, and now our dove. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, here he is. Okay, so I'm not going to put glue over all of them because he kind of goes above everything. So I'm just going to put glue on the bottom of him. Hopefully that's enough. Oh, isn't that pretty? Really pretty. Could put some more stuff around. Okay, so the Christmas Words Collage Hybrid Embossing Folder. I just did one with white, and I kind of keep this. Kind of makes me so I can see which one will fit where. I did this first, and so I made myself do it again. And I used Peace on this one. I used Joy on this one. So I think I'm going to use Noel if I can find it in there. There's you get so many different ones. Cheer, Noel. Yeah, put it like right there. Oh, pretty. All right, so just on the bottom. Come on. Did I even get any on the bottom? Okay. And we are gluing something on top of the glitter. All right, I should have moved that up a little bit, but it still looks good. It's just such a cool way to make a card. And it's not that hard. I mean, like I said, I did it a few times and changed a couple things, and I'll show you the other cards and what I mean. And so then we're just going to glue it onto our base. This is Misty Moonlight. I'm just going to put glue all along the back. You could write on the back of this, or you could just do one sheet of cardstock on the back that you could just write on the back, but because this is 5 1/4 by 4, so it gives you quite a little bit of room, and it's kind of hard to tell, but because it's so thick, but there you go. All right, that's how you make those cards. It's not hard. It, takes a little bit of practice. The thing is, if you're putting a ton of stuff in there, you have to kind of move stuff around, and I'll show you what I mean. All right, so these I did 5 by 4 instead of the 3 by 4. I did 5 by 4. Look at that. I did all of them. I did trees. I used the Holly Jolly from that. So there you go. There's like a real diorama scene there. So you see, it's got a much bigger accordion on the side. So you could try all different sizes. It just needs to be 4 because you want it to match the height of the rest of your stuff. And this is that vellum too, but it's the green one. So there's that one. And then this is the first one I made like that. And that's also 5 by 4. And you can see I've got one in the back here and then one up here. You could do another one in the middle, but since everything in the front is kind of big, I could have done those in the middle and then something smaller on the bottom. But if you had like little stamps and dies of little things, you could do all kinds of scenery with this. It doesn't even, these are all Christmas cards, obviously, but you could do any kind of card. You wouldn't have to do it just for Christmas. Halloween would be really cool if you had like trick-or-treaters and a haunted house, all that. I even thought of making one, but I ran out of time. So, and then these are no way going to fit into a medium-sized envelope because they are really, really really thick. That's about a half an inch thick. So this one, maybe, but size-wise it would fit in there, but the thickness of it is what changes it. So lots of different ideas for that kind of technique. If you have any questions, you can let me know. See, this was an hour shorter than the one we did last week, which was, I already shared with you, is these 3 right here. And because I made 3. This one, I'm only making 1. I thought about making this one, but it was a lot harder because, excuse me, like I said, you're just doing the 1 there. So you don't have to worry about too much except for the star in the back. You want that to show. This is I have 3 different layers, and I had to situate them so that you could see all of them. See? Really cool. Okay. If you have any questions, let me know, and I hope you have a great day. See you next week.